The best part of the Obi-Wan show.
Hey,
I won't lie.
I was hoping you'd talk a moment. I'm a student of the history of the region, and
I ain't the one to speak to. Try Master Beau. Think he's down there by the wood store. Boy's got all the time in the world.
Let's go find Beau Gray. The little teddy bears. What do you mean the little teddy bears? Like the Ewoks from Return of the Jedi? But yes, Jedi Survival will be my next game because I got it finally.
Sheriff's office?
Excuse me, friend.
We friends?
Not yet, but he is hoping.
I guess.
We don't get a lot of traveling men here, and suddenly there's a whole phalanx of mysterious but strangely helpful Yankees about the place.
Is there?
What are you doing here?
I was just looking for work.
Well, looking for something. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
What secret?
I got a secret of my own.
Are you secretly normal?
Excuse me?
Never mind.
The thing is, I don't care if you kill the whole lot of us, and the Braithwaites.
I don't want to kill anyone.
I love her, you know.
Love who?
Penelope. But it's impossible.
Well, love tends to be complicated.
She's a Braithwaite. I'm Beau Gray, son of Tavish Gray, nephew of Lee Gray, the sheriff, grandson of old Murdo Gray. We Grays have been loyal to the state and murderers to the Braithwaites for so long now.
I will
no one
answer
can
your
quite
questions
explain why.
after the cutscene.
Beyond blind
All you
loyalty
guys.
and stupidity. I'm supposed to be loyal to some nonsense while she's amazing. She's like a woman from the future. She's like tomorrow, if tomorrow turns out fine.
Well, I'm sorry for your predicament.
Would you help?
I don't want to get involved. Gang feuds. Seems unseemly.
I'll pay. I've got money. We Grays, we've always got money. No brains, mine, but money.
Well, in that case.
I know she loves to sit out in the gazebo on the edge of the Braithwaite property. Take her this letter and this bracelet, please.
Oh, look out for their guards. They're worse with strangers than ours are.
All right, so I have seen the Clone Wars animated show. It is good. I have not watched the newest season. I actually think I'm only on season 5 right now. I haven't finished it yet. Spoiler alert, though. I'm going to give a quick overview of what my favorite episode of that show is right now, which is when Anakin and them go meet like the father, the son, and the daughter, the sister, their father, brother, and sister, who are all representations of the Force, and then they realize that Anakin is like the strongest thing they've ever seen in the Force, stronger than them even. And it was like crazy. But one of them shows him the future. And he discovers from that he's going to be Darth Vader. And it breaks his heart. It is the saddest, like most destroying thing I've ever seen. He sees that and does everything in his power to change it. He joins up with the wrong people. And he's like, no, I don't want to. And they have to wipe his mind to prevent him from like ruining the future. And it's super sad. Because he is so committed to being a Jedi in the Jedi Order that he just doesn't want to do it. And then it ends up being that, like, the reason he even falls for the dark side is just because he's a loving person. And he cares. He cares too much. And it's hard to watch. It made me cry almost. The Porgs, fun fact, Jamal, if you're curious, are because when they were filming, they were in, like, this Irish place, a place in Ireland, I think, on some island in Ireland. And they had these little birds there that they could not get rid of. They kept trying to, and they just couldn't get rid of them. So it ended up becoming cheaper to just film with them there and then edit them into the Porgs, which is why they kept the Porgs. All right, I gotta find a way to sneak to this woman. The Anakin thing is way sadder than Ghost and Roach. Ghost and Roach is shocking and heartbreaking in that capacity, but like the Anakin thing is torturous. He like so thoroughly wants to be a good guy. Anakin wants to be the good guy. I can't wait to finish it. The new season is supposed to be awesome because it really goes into a lot of the stuff the Revenge of the Sith skipped over. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, you have to. Darth Vader. There's a reason I name all my crap after like Star Wars characters. Like my Beats pill is named Vader. Darth Vader is my favorite cinematic character in like modern history, solely because he's so interesting. Fun fact: in the first Star Wars movie, he is the most memorable part of the movie, and he didn't even appear in the movie for more than I think 7 minutes. I think it's like 12 minutes. He has like 4 lines, and people blew up. They thought he was in crazy. Oh.
We don't let folk wander through this property. Get out!
Braithwaite Manor, ain't it? I read about it in my pocket guide. Do you mind if I tour the grounds?
You're a tourist? What? You think this is Paris, France? Get out of here!
I'm going.
Say then.
I'm going.
Keep at it, and don't come back unless you want to get shot.
I can't wait to see the Ahsoka show either. I haven't seen the trailer for it. I'm a little bit pressed though because I don't often I don't dislike her, but Rosario Dawson doesn't like do it for me as an actress. Like I don't find her performances all the time to be something that I like watching. I don't. Season 3 of The Mandalorian was awesome. Did you watch it? It was so good. People get upset. This is really weird. People get upset though because like it focuses on Bo-Katan a little bit and stuff. But to be fair, the show is called The Mandalorian. How do you? What? You can't even see me.
Keep going, and don't come back.
Yeah, it's really good. Mandalorian, awesome show. Season 3 is awesome too. Yeah. But the Roach and Ghost thing. So Roach and Ghost is like so hard to deal with because it's like out of nowhere. But when it comes to like the Anakin thing, everyone already knows the story. And so watching him suffer and like truly like hurt, like doing like it's so saddening, right? Like oh man, it's hard. Which is also why it's such a bummer that like they did Kylo Ren the way they did and Luke getting ready to kill him from a bad dream when in reality all it would have taken for Anakin to be like saved is a little bit of love and support and kindness from the other Jedi. You didn't really enjoy it? I loved Season 3. Season 3 was my favorite Mandalorian so far. I legitimately think so. You think they did Ahsoka dirty in what, the live action or at the end of Rebels or at the end? I haven't watched Rebels, by the way. I've watched a bit of Rebels, but not all of it. I do know the ending of it though, because they're getting ready to bring back Thrawn, so I had to look into what happened to Thrawn. So yeah. I'm sure this is like gibberish for Clara and Emily though. Ooh, spoilers, buddy. Yeah, it was. Bo-Katan, though, is super cool. People, like, got really upset about her for some reason, and I think she's actually pretty cool. Live action Hera. What's Hera? What do you mean? Clara, I'm telling you, it's good, though. You gotta watch it. It's good. It makes Anakin's redemption, too, so much better. Like, Anakin's redemption is fantastic.
Are you Penelope Braithwaite?
Why, yes, I am.
I've got a letter for you.
Oh.
And a gift.
A letter and a gift. Well, we don't even know each other.
Well, it's not from me. It's from,
From Beau. Oh, he is so...
Strange.
Yes, he's a little strange, but also so human. The rest of our families are stuck in the Dark Ages, or, well, I don't know, cave people, perhaps. Beau's different, but if they find out, they'll kill him and send me to live someplace awful, like...
Clara and Emily, if you're curious, this is the families who are upset that
No.
the two kids here want to get married and not make brothers in the family.
He was sort of the black sheep on account of having left, but now they tolerate him because he's a vicious snob. Families are there's something else. You got a family, sir?
No, not really.
Well, they tolerate him because of the money. But me, with my ideas above my station, they can't stand.
That sounds pretty complicated. I don't know quite what to say.
Well, nothing to say except I hope they all rot. I don't, well, maybe a bit. But here, if you see Beau again, will you give this to him?
Sure.
What am I, a postman? Jesus. Now I gotta sneak off the property. Bruzin for life, true. So I don't know who Hera is. Again, I haven't watched Rebels. So I have to get into it a little bit more to see that. Clara, if you are curious, though, if you wanted to watch something Star Wars related, just watch what you enjoy. I would recommend the Clone Wars. Really good. If you're not into cartoons, don't watch the Clone Wars. Watch The Mandalorian. Watch the Obi-Wan show is really good. The new Ahsoka show looks really good. There was something I was going to say. Oh, right. So, fun thing about Darth Vader, though, Claire, if you're curious. So, the reason he commits after... So, basically, what happens is... Because this I'll spoil this because it's been about 1,000 years since it came out, so everyone should know. Is Anakin falls in love with Padme. They get married, and then he starts having dreams. She gets pregnant, and he starts having dreams, because Jedi can sometimes see the future, that she will die in childbirth. And so he starts, like... trying to find a way to stop that. And the Sith Palpatine, he offers him power and says that like the dark side can help save people from that sort of thing. And so he joins in and does it. And he just commits fully to save her. Because otherwise she'll die and he can't live without her. And then he gets to Mustafar, and she has told Obi-Wan that Anakin is going bad, and she sneaks onto Obi-Wan's ship and comes to try and talk Anakin into being good again. And Anakin gets pissed off because part of being the dark side is that letting your anger control you, essentially. And so she gets Jamal TTV or Jamil TTV. Thank you so much for the follow. But anyway, so she gets out, tries to convince him to join the goods, and he chokes her. And thinks he killed her. He ends up thinking he killed her. And he's mad at Obi-Wan for turning her against him. And then they have this big fight. And then Obi-Wan cuts off all his limbs and leaves him to burn to death and so forth, right? And so he thinks that he killed her and their unborn kid, who winds up being twins. Turns out, though, he didn't. And she ends up dying from a broken heart because of how bad Anakin turned out to be. And the kids survive. And so Anakin ends up... Tim Slice loves Andor, says it's like the best show ever. I haven't watched it yet. I hated him in Rogue One, though. But yeah, so she so then he commits to being Darth Vader even more after that, because he'd think, well, why not go back to you know, not being a bad guy if you've done this stuff and it didn't work and whatever, right? But no, so he hates himself so much that he commits fully to being Darth Vader and doesn't even think of himself as Anakin. He doesn't think of Anakin as a person anymore. He is fully committed to Darth Vader because of how badly he hates Anakin Skywalker for what he did to Padme.